Rebecca, how are you?
I'm good, Magda. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
So as I wrote you, I don't know what's going on, but no classes today. Oh.
Yeah, must be waiting for me.
Yes, probably. So you have to come tomorrow, please.
Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, hello.
Om Shanti.
Hello. So how's everybody? What's going on? The talk.
We were saying about asana class.
We don't know what's going on, but we don't have some classes. We didn't have some classes for last few days. And there was no information.
Okay, which class is not happening?
Asana classes and anatomy class as well, and adjustment class.
Adjustment class is not going. Okay. I'll ask you the management. Anatomy is like, because there's no new students, so that's why anatomy class is not going to happen. Philosophy class is going on, and I think
yes, but what do you understand by saying there is no new student? I'm a new student. I joined on 13th of September, so it was my 10th day of September, course. So I would like to join from the beginning. So I don't want to be treated as a, old student. I'm a new student. I didn't have 10 first lessons, right?
Okay, I got it. I thought maybe because management decide the 𝐿𝐴𝐵, I'm gonna talk to him and just drop the message on the WhatsApp. They're gonna take care of that query. So, I'll even let your message, transfer your message to them.
And if you could, I would really appreciate it. As also it's very strange because the first lesson on Saturday, anatomy class, we had anatomy class on Saturday as the first one, but then Monday and Tuesday there was none.
Okay. I'll ask to the 𝐿𝐴𝐵, the management group, and other things. You're asking about the adjustment class and asana class.
Asana class, yeah. Asana class we didn't have from the very beginning. There were no free times, no asana classes from Saturday.
Okay, it's not happening. Okay, I'll ask to the management.
Thank you very much.
I'll pass you. So let's come to the so today's session. Keep your back, neck straight, align, relax your body, and gently close your eyes. Go into your posture, go into your alignment. Observe how's your back, your neck, your shoulder. Be aware of your alignment. Be few seconds, just be there in your position, in your asana. Embrace your asana. Merge yourself with your asana. Connect. And observe the alignment of your body. Eyes closed, palm resting on the knee. Chin parallel to the ground. Back is aligned with your tailbone. Neck straight, shoulder relaxed. Just observe. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale and exhale, deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Now, very slowly aware of your breath and prepare yourself for the 3 times chanting along with Shanti. So inhale for the Om, take a deep breath for the Om. 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 Shanti. 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 Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palms. Rub your palms. Place on your eyes. Feel the warmth. Very slowly while thinking, looking at your palm, gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Welcome to the meditation class. So, in previous session, we discussed about pratyahar, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. We discussed all these 3. Any doubts in here? Anything which you don't understand? If you have queries related to these limbs, pratyahar, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, I explained very much in detail. But if you still have any questions related to that, you can ask. Or shall I move further?
Yeah, you could move forward.
So today we're gonna talk about now after pratyahar, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Now we're gonna implement these things. I talked about it. To reach to the meditative state, we require certain tools. So today we're gonna learn one very precious traditional practice, that is the Buddhist meditation. Again, when I'm using the meditation, it means as a tool. Okay, we but it doesn't mean that my mind or this tool give you take you towards that thing, which I explained the meditation meaning. When we use the meditation, we using in the bolchal, in the day-to-day language, we use as a tool. Like this is the technique of meditation. It means it will lead you towards the meditation state. Okay. So today we're gonna learn a very old practice, that is a traditional practice, and this practice which comes from the Buddhist um, Lord Buddha propagated this technique and given to the mankind. And this technique is 2500 years old technique. 2500. So we all are blessed uh, that today through me you wanna learn that form of the meditation, which is so easy, so simple. And to understand that technique is very simple. It's not complicated that you require something else or you have to create certain kind of things around you, put so much time. It's very simple to understand and to practice even. But it's become difficult because our mind loves the complicated things. Okay, complication we love about it. So simple things we completely ignore it. Oh, this is very simple. But this is the when you learn this practice, your mind will quickly come under your control, and then you will reach to that state where you remain into the meditative state. So this coming even tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we're gonna practice these stages of this practice and this meditation. The name of that meditation is Anapana. This is the part of the Vipassana. I'll write it down this name for you. So give you clear understanding. So if you heard about this name, you can even Google it, Vipassana. So this is the Vipassana meditation. It is a part of the Vipassana meditation which basically we learn the Anapana. So Anapana lead you towards the Vipassana. Okay. So Anapan, these are the both technique, Buddhist technique, in order to reach to the samadhi state. The Buddhist, the follower of the Buddha, they practice the Anapan and the Vipassana. Many monks, they practice this thing. Even this meditation lost after 500 years ago, but again, bring it back to the India by 𝐻𝐨𝐭𝐫𝐨𝐽. So again, it starts flourishing everywhere. So you can Google about the Vipassana. I'll explain about the Anapan. So Anapan. Ana means Aya, which means inhale. Pana means exhale. Okay. So Anapan, we're going to learn this technique. Inhale and exhale. So inhale and exhale when you heard this inhale and exhale. What you get in your mind? Breathing, right? The lungs. But Anapan, it means something related to the breathing. Yes, inhale and exhale. Breathing. But what kind of breathing? You might maybe consider that maybe the pranayama, but no, it's quite opposite from the pranayama. Even it said that if you're practicing the pranayama, it's very difficult for you to practice the Anapana. And if you're practicing the Anapana, for you, it's become difficult to practice the pranayama because these both technique is quite opposite. Quite opposite. How? I'll explain you. So Anapan, in this technique, what actually we are doing? So in Anapan meditation, you know that we have the two types of our breathing can function in the two way, involuntary and voluntary, right? Breath divided into the two way it can be working, involuntary and voluntary part. Voluntary means which you use in the pranayama. You inhale, hold, and exhale. You're controlling on your breath, right? You control, and same way when you control, you try to expand your breath, right? Pranayam is also, it doesn't mean you are doing the breathing practice, because breathing practice you do while swimming, while walking, while doing the squatting position or Zumba, dancing. There's a peculiar different kind of breathing technique you are learning. But actually that is not the pranayam, right? There is a difference between the pranayam and the breathing. And anapan is completely different because breathing practice and even in the pranayam, you are trying to controlling something, right? You're controlling the breath, and through the breath you're controlling your prana. Through the breath you're controlling the prana. But in anapan, anapan is the Pali word, okay? Pali word. This language, the Pali language. Have you heard about it? P-A-L-I. Pali language, you can understand, is the rural language of 2500 years ago. Lord Buddha, you know, speaking in the Pali language. He used to give the lecture in the Pali language. So in that time, is a rural language. It's like unrefined form of the Sanskrit. Sanskrit is more refined. Pali is like not purely refined form. Okay. So bolchal ki bhasha, which we can layman language. Right now we have the layman language and the higher level of the English language, which we use for documentation, keeping the records, or office work, right? That language, English language, is completely different. And layman language, daily, day-to-day activity, we are utilizing certain different kind of words, different sentence we found. So that is the difference between the Pali and the Sanskrit. Okay. So anapan is the Pali word and unrefined word, and which mean inhale and exhale. But what kind of inhalation and exhalation? Involuntary. Involuntary means the breath which is automatically going in and coming out. Like I'm speaking to you. That time also I'm inhaling and exhaling. You are listening me. Same time you are inhaling and exhaling. But this thing cannot happen in when you do the practice of the pranayam or pre-practice of the pranayam, breathing practice. Okay. So either you're doing the pre-practice of the pranayam or the pranayam, you cannot, you know, you cannot do like while talking or while walking or just waiting for somebody or taking the bath or eating. But you do inhalation and exhalation. Yes, that breathing you're gonna observe in the anapana. So this is the just very simple method. You have to just observe the natural breath which is going in and coming out, which is always with you. You are sleeping that time, taking the bath, walking, driving, eating, anytime, whatever, going for natural calls, whatever you're doing, you have your breath always. The breath is always with you. That breath you're going to observe. You just shift the direction. So you do the pratyahara, withdrawing the senses and observing the natural breath, which is going on, right? I'm not stopping, I'm not changing my breath. I just need to observe it, the way it is going in and coming out. This is all about the technique. Simple, as simple as it is. Just you need to observe your natural, pure breath, which is always with you. You are not making long or holding it or making deep or slow. Nothing. The way the breath is going on, you have to just observe. If it is fast, you're gonna observe. If it is slow, you're gonna observe. If it is deep, then okay. If it's shallow, again it's okay. You're not trying to make it converting into deeper or long or slow, which some when we start the class, I'll give you the instruction. Prolong, slow, deep breath. Then you putting the effort and making, okay, I have to inhale deeper and very slowly, right? But there is no that kind of instruction. You just need to observe that breath is going in and coming out. So that is the Anapana. 2500 years ago, old practice, which is taught by the Lord Buddha, discovered by the Lord Buddha, and again given to the mankind, to me and to you. And 𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐿 through the 𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐿 I have learned it, and through me you're gonna learn it. This is the blessing of my Guru and their Guru that today we're gonna learn this very traditional practice. So I hope you understand the technique of Anapana. Very much clear. I'll give you the instruction. Uh, there's nothing, not a single precaution you have to take. Just you have to observe the breath. Don't struggle with your mind. Your mind gonna wander here and there, but just come back to your breath. I'll keep giving the instruction to you. Follow the instruction and just observe your breath. That's it. And that 3 and 4 days we're gonna practice Anapana meditation because there's a stages and in order to go into the deeper level, in order to understand this technique, you required this much practice. At least 2 or 3 days you require to understand. Even that is also very less, but minimum at least we can do at least spend 3 or 2 days, 3 days at least for practicing the Anapana to grasp the technique, and so you cannot be misunderstood or misguided, or if you further teaching, you have the proper understanding. So any group of the people can practice Anapana. There's no age limit. How long you have to practice totally depends. Whole day you can practice because it's the alamban is within you, right? You don't require the outside alamban. Breath is always with you. When you're sitting, then you can practice. Any time you can practice. But yes, morning and evening, when you're waking up, after waking up, and before sleeping, is mandatory to practice this Anapana. Then position, which is the ideal position of practicing. Sitting position for all kind of meditation considered to be the ideal. Any sitting posture you can choose. So it could be Sukhasan, Siddhasan, Swastikasana, Vajrasan. These are the few names. Don't check into the asana. All the posture where your back is straight, aligned, that posture you can choose for your practice, the Anapana meditation. But yes, in supine position, prone position, if you're very, very tired, or some people get the injury, back injury, they cannot sit, or they're paralyzed, even that time they can also go for the practicing the Anapana. But ideal, the best one is sitting because that's how you keep your body alert. Okay, and importance of the sitting posture is when you sit, then you close your leg, right? And then energy does not go travel towards your leg. You block the energy, and then energy reaching upward. So you are not wasting your energy. Energy even also means blood circulation. You stop your blood circulation towards your leg, and then blood circulation moves till your belly, and then it's going back to the heart. So it means you become more alert. When you keep your leg straight, it means blood go towards your leg, and then again it's coming back. It will gonna take the time when blood again reaches to the heart. So less alertness. But once you cross your leg, blood circulation just go towards your belly and come back immediately towards the upper side. Same happened with the prana vayu, the energy. Energy gonna block. It's quickly not going towards your leg, immediately move towards your upward body, which you require for alerting your mind and for meditation and making the circle of your energy, which not gonna lost. So when you sit in the particular way, in the perfect alignment, you create the circle of energy within your body, and then you accumulated more energy, and you don't lose a single energy. That's why we cross our leg. We make the circle with our body. So our body is not touching any part of anything, but touching ourselves. Hands are touching ourselves, like keeping on the knee. Legs are crossed, touching each other. So we are creating this circle through this posture. So energy just moves back to our body instead of losing it. So that's why sitting posture is very much important. Any other posture you can go for it, but best is sitting. Okay. So choose your favorite posture. It can be easy posture, just cross your leg, or Vajrasana, thunderbolt posture. So any posture which you feel comfortable with. So any doubt to here? Technique is clear to you.
The moment like when you start to observe your breath, the breath changes for some reason. It won't be the natural breath anymore. It does change. So we are observing the observed breath. That's what I
That's
feel
why
about breath.
that's why I told you. Yeah, that's why I told you. If you're practicing the pranayama, because we never train ourselves to observe the natural breath. So now we are changing this pattern. We always train, okay, effort, put the effort in the beginning. We always learning this way. We never learn to observe the natural way which is going to happen. The moment we start observing, we assume in this way that we are changing our breath because you never learn it. But eventually, it's come to you. Eventually, it's gonna happen. Even initial stages happen to me many times. I feel like I'm changing my breath, but then day after day, I observe that I start observing my natural breath. It's it happens initial level. Don't worry about it, but eventually it's go away. But just focus on that because we never observe. The moment we observe, we feel like we are changing it. That's also happens. And the people who are practicing the pranayama, they train their mind in that way. The moment they focus, they start taking the deep, prolonged inhalation because they train in that way. So, but yes, it will take time. Okay.
Okay. So is it not a traditional practice which was happening long time ago? It's just a recent one.
No, it's not recent one. It's a very traditional practice. Anapana is 2,500 years ago practice, and Lord Buddha discovered this practice. It's not even 2,500 years ago. It's very old. Even you cannot imagine. There's no approximately date available of. Even you never heard about this Anapana. I think not a modern practitioner are practicing, but breath play very important role in all kinds of types of the yoga. Breath play very important role. Like in Hatha Yoga, we have the pranayama. In Ashtanga Yoga, we have Ujjayi breath. Then there's a many other practice of the yoga where we go for the breathing practice. But Anapana is a completely opposite, completely different. So they use the different role of the breath. So instead of controlling or expanding the breath, they work on, okay, observe the natural pure breath, the way you are inhaling and the way you are exhaling. Just observe. They make it very
What
simple, but yes,
what
it becomes more difficult than everything.
what is the actual natural breath? What kind of breath is it? The natural breath.
Everybody have their own breath. I cannot put into
Is it
the words. It's like having the rasgulla and you're explaining about the rasgulla.
okay?
It
Okay.
cannot be because it's a very personal breath. Your breath is different from my breath, and my breath is different from the mother breath. The two people does not have the same kind of breath because it's connected with you. Whatever emotion you are having, whatever connection you have, your breath may be long, my breath may be short. So natural breath, you whatever the breath, the two people does not compare each other's breath. So that's why there's no explanation what is a natural kind of breath. If I give the adjective to adjective, okay, it should be peaceful, cool, calm. Now you start imagining about it. Then again, it's not the natural breath. Getting it? So there's no adjective associated with the natural breath. It's your own breath, the way you breathe. That's it. You just need to observe it. There's no adjective we can assign to the natural things. The way you are, that's you show by your breath. What kind of personality you are having it. You know, ancient yogis, the ancient Veda, they just check your breath even. By checking the breath, they can figure out what kind of person you are. Your breath tells you. So you are very peculiar, you are individual person. You're not unlike the other being. You're completely different. Because your experience is different. Your circumstances are same, but your experience completely different. So your breath is different. So we cannot relate. That's why there is no fixed adjective to the breath. The breath which is you are having is completely different the breath I am having. You just need to observe the breath you are having.
Okay.
This is the
Is it Vipassana and Anapan? Is it two different ones or is it the same one?
yeah, no, two different things.
Two
These
different.
are the two different techniques.
Okay. So if you know
Which
the time, the moment we start to observe it, it becomes voluntary. It won't be involuntary anymore. So how could we observe involuntary one? It's at the time start.
I've just told you it will take time there because we never train ourselves. It will take time. But more you practice, more you're gonna observe, you start observing the natural pure breath. Because you never train it to observe the way the things they are. Are you getting it? So the moment you see the things they are, you feel, oh, I'm imagining, maybe I'm dreaming, or maybe it's not natural. These things we stuck in our mind because you never see the things the way they are. So you're gonna understand your breath, but it will take time. Okay, have patience.
Okay.
Shall we start the practice?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So come to the sitting posture. You should be grounded, sitting on your mat on the floor. And I keep telling you don't sit on the couch or the sofa or something like that. But again, I'm repeating that try to be grounded, try to use the floor and the mat and sit comfortably. If you have any back injury, any problem, you can use the pillow and the blankets or cushions, multiple cushions. You can take the support of the wall if you are having the problem in your lumbar region. If not, try to don't take the support of the wall. Now go into your asana in your position, in your posture. And this today we just practiced 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes we're gonna practice. Tomorrow we're gonna increase the time. Today is the first day. So Gently close your eyes, go into your asana, check the alignment, observe how you are sitting and be comfortable within it. Be comfortable in your posture. Now, before starting the Anapana, you have to set certain intention in your mind. The stillness in the posture is very much important. So at least this 5 or 10 minutes, I'm not moving my body because once you move the body, your breath is disturbed because movements increase your breath and your mind is disturbed. So you require the stillness in your posture. So the 5 or 10 minutes, whatever you have capability or capacity according to your limitation of your body, be comfortable within your posture and keep your body still. Throughout the practice, just take the pledge. Throughout the practice, I'm not going to move my body. Very much important. Maintain the stillness. Only 5 or 10 minutes. And if you're moving your body, any part of your body, very slowly, as slow as you can go. And do not lose your mind on the breath. Mind remain on the breath. So take the breath, set the intention. And surrender to the technique. The best way to learn this technique, to surrender. Now, once you set your mind, set the intention, very slowly move your attention towards the natural pure breath. Just observe the natural pure breath. The breath which is going in and coming out. Just observe. Just observe the pure natural breath. Like a watchman, like a gatekeeper, who's just observing the natural, recording the breath going in and coming out. That's it. The breath which is going in and coming out. Just observe like a gatekeeper who just records the things, does nothing, just watching it's going in and coming out. Just observe each and every single breath. Not a single breath goes without the acquaintance, without the acknowledgement, in and out. You record each and every single breath. The involuntary breath, the pure, uncontaminated breath. Just observe, just observe. If your mind lost in the thoughts, if your mind lost in the thoughts, don't fight with your mind. Come back to your breath. That's it. Just come back to your breath. Breath is going in and coming out. Patiently, diligently, just observing. your mind again lost in the thoughts, just say my mind is wandering. Do not fight with your mind and come back to your breath. Just come back to your breath. Now very slowly, take your own time. Take your own time to come out from your practice. Take your own time to come out from the practice and release your asana. Now, all the queries related to your experience will be discussed after completing the Anapana practice. So if you have any question, you can write it down and you can ask me when we complete the Anapana session, when we fully completed the practice, because there is more things you need to learn. So tomorrow we're going to talk and learn about other things of the Anapana.
During which mudra we should be using? Is it Chin mudra or mudra?
No mudra.
Yes, okay.
If there is a mudra utilization, I would be giving you the instruction. You just keep your hands.
I was thinking,
yeah, you just leave your hands. Just only one thing you have to understand for the Anapana, that back should be straight, neck should be aligned. That's it. Where you're keeping your hand, it's totally up to you. On the knee, anywhere, whatever place you want to keep it. Upward or downward, the way you want. Okay? Are completely focused on the breath. These things least considered to be even practicing the Anapana. Anapana is not the practice of other kind of yoga practice. Okay, it's completely different. So, clear?
Yes.
Okay. So, meet you in tomorrow class. Bye-bye. Take care. Om Shanti. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.